Hello. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of work for balance and core with some bands today. I typically have all of these bands that I tie up and leave to the side for a variety of reasons. Just the other day, I was trying something new or something that I haven't tried in a long time. And I revisited this fun way to tie up a band, fun in my opinion. And I'm going to show you how I did it so we can do it together. I'm going to untie this awkward knot that I put in here the other day. Please don't tie your knots too tight, but just tight enough so it stays. Okay, so step one, we have a long band. I think it would be nice for you to use like a medium, not too heavy band. We're gonna use it both for arm and sort of leg and standing. So something that you feel like you can move with, okay? Um, I have my long band. I'm gonna take the end here and I'm going to fashion a sort of place for me to put both my hand. We're gonna be using it like this. The real reason that I want it there is because we're gonna be putting it on our foot in this kind of awkward way. So what I'm doing is I'm gonna kind of make a little bit of a knot here. There's not one way to do this. I literally just worked my way through it the other day. I'm making like a knot and then like another knot so that knot doesn't go anywhere. So you're left with this space at the end that you can shove your foot into and your hand. And again, hopefully it's not too big or too small. It doesn't have to be perfect, you guys. It's a work in progress. Yeah, something like this. We'll see how it goes, okay? And I'm just gonna make sure my phone is off. And if at some point your knot comes out, that's okay. You can figure it out or retie it again, all right? I think this is gonna be good. So we're gonna come on up to stand with your band. Give us a little more light here. Okay. Um, Here's the band. You can stand on the floor, on your mat, any place where you feel like you can easily move. If your mat moves around, stand on the floor, just toss it to the side. So we're going to start here first. I have the side with the loop up in my left hand. And then I'm going to bring the opposite side that has no loop down to the ground. I'm going to hold the loop with my left hand and step on the band with my right foot. So opposites attract here. Left hand, right foot. If at any time your band feels like it's too heavy, switch it out for a lighter one, okay? Okay, so I'm standing on the band with my right foot. It is completely supported. It's underneath as much of my foot as I can get. And here I am holding it with my left hand. So we're gonna do a little bit of acting today too. We're gonna pretend like our right hand is holding a band too. And we're gonna pretend almost like there's two of them. You have one underneath your left foot and in your right hand. Just kind of endow those limbs with a little energy here. And we're gonna start first by shifting your weight into your right foot. You see how I'm like tipping my frame to the right and then coming back again. I'm not doing like this situation. I'm keeping myself organized through the obliques and really I'm lifting my left heel and I'm tipping it and I'm trying to find my balance on my right leg and then I'm coming back. Okay, just a quick note here. Feel free to take little rests. This is gonna be shouldery, so take breaks whenever you want, all right? I'm gonna try it 3 more times. Shift into the right foot, your option to pick up the foot or not, it's up to you, and then back. We'll do it again. Shift, belly button is in, lifted foot or not, and return. We're gonna do this one more time. Shift, lift, and then back down. Same foot, switch the hand. I'm not switching my band at all. Same exercise, the band is now in the opposite hand. Endow the left arm with a little bit of that work, stand tall. We're shifting, we're tipping our whole frame to the right. Same thing. And you just get to notice how it feels different. Come back, maybe rest for just a sec, and then return. Try not to hold your breath, okay? Yeah, this is different. We're gonna do this 3 more times. Go at your own pace and breathe. And then back. 2 more. Stand tall, push the right foot down, the crown of the head reaches up. And 1 more time. And then back. Good. Bring the arms down for just a moment. Now you're going to keep the band in your right hand, and we're moving the bottom to the left. The base of the band is going now to the opposite foot. We're just going to switch. Band is in the right hand, band is underneath the left foot. We're acting with our left arm and our right leg. Just kind of pretending you've got bands all over. Come out a little just to energize the obliques, energize the shoulder girdle, and now we're tipping over to the left. You can keep your right foot down, the toes down, or you can pick it up. And then return. Breathe out, stand tall, engage your core along the way. Take some nice deep breaths. That's one of the best ways to engage your core, to turn all those little muscles on. Return. And again. It's good to notice if one side is different from the other. Mine definitely is. And then back down. Let's do 2 more. And down, and then 1 more time. And then right back down. Okay, so now I'm switching arms again. I'm coming back to my left. Arms come out. Pushing down with the left foot, standing tall. Plug your shoulders in just a little bit. And then same thing. And then come down. And again. And come down. 2 more. And down, and this is our last one here. And return. Roll the shoulders around. 3 in one direction. Breathe. And then we go the other way. 1 more. Okay, so from here, you can take the band out from the bottom of the foot, and you're gonna bring your feet maybe hip distant or just stand in a comfortable position with your feet. You'll keep that little loop and bring the arms wider than your shoulders. Shoulders are down, belly button is pulled in, and I'm gonna reach my arms nice and wide. So this is the part where if we're not gonna use the loop for this part, so if you're like, this is a little heavy for this particular exercise right here, just switch it out. It's okay, you don't need the loop for this, so you don't necessarily have to use this one. We're gonna do 4 more here. 4, and 3, and 2, last one here, and then come in, and then take the band and bring it right across the thighs with your arms right by your sides. And again, parallel feet or heels together, toes apart, it's up to you. So the arms are right by my sides, belly button is in. It's a small push back. If my band was less resistant, I'd probably have more range of motion here. I'm pressing straight back with straight arms, shoulder blades down. Just 4 more here. And 3. And 2. Last 1. And then come back in and just relax the arms. I'm gonna flip my palms up and then hold on about rib distance, like waist distance. Elbows are pulled in, arms are bent. You can aim your thumbs east and west, like you have like little hitchhiker thumbs, and then reach wide and come back. 7, 6, 5. Notice how your shoulder blades are moving through this. Each time I reach back, I slide my shoulder blades in and down. Let's do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Just relax down. Move your head a little side to side and take a breath. 1 more each way. Relax the jaw. And then come back to the center. So now I'm going to hold on to my band up shoulder distance. The resistant factor of your band is going to change how this feels. So move your hands if you need to. This is the open your bow and arrow type exercise. Reach your left knuckles forward as you pull your right elbow back. And we're going to keep doing that side. Have your eyes follow your right elbow. Continue to notice what your shoulder blades are doing. We're going to do 4 more. 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Gosh. Other side here. Right knuckles forward. As much as you pull your left elbow back, reach the right knuckles forward. Pull it back and breathe. 4 more here. And 3. And 2. Last one. And then return. Bring the arms down. Lots of work for the shoulders, right? Bring your hands behind you and try to grasp the band somewhat close behind your tush. I have my palms facing the wall behind me. Stand comfortably, lift tall, pull the abdominals in, keeping your arms straight, bring them behind you. This is kind of a stretch and a mobility exercise. This feels great. And then come down again. And down again. 4 more here, breathe. 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Now lower the arms, switch the way your palms are. Same exercise, palms are now facing your tush. Knuckles down, stand tall. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. And then come down, bring the arms around and just, again, roll your shoulders around, move your head around, take a breath. Okay. Okay. So we did all these good warm-ups for the arms. We're going to take this little loopy band down to the mat. We're coming to the hands and the knees first. If you are sensitive with your wrists or your knees, grab anything you need to grab that will make that better. The first part is going to be a little awkward. So you've been warned. Do I have a hair thing down here? Nope, that's fine. Okay, so in this first part, we're coming down to our hands and knees. I am going to, you may have to sit on your tush to do this. I'm going to take my band and I'm going to slip it on my left foot, right on the arch, right on the arch. Okay, doesn't have to be perfect. We're going to be bringing it forward. I'll show you where we're going. It's around the arch of my left foot. When I come to my hands and knees, the band kind of comes in between your legs. And now you're going to put your right hand on the band. Right hand on the band, left foot gets the loop. I'm pushing down into my right hand to keep the band there. This is a normal quadruped position. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. That's where we start our story, okay? Adjust if and when you need to. Quick little spine check-in. Let's do some cat-cows for mobility. Round and breathe. Arch and breathe. Round and breathe. And arch. One more each way. And then we make our way back to a neutral-ish spine. Find center, okay? Adjust how wide your hands or knees are as you need to. Push the ground away from you with your palms. Extend the left leg out behind you. And then come back in. Extend and return. I kind of want to flex my left foot when I reach out. For 6 and in. 5 in. 4 and 3. Imagine gravity pulls you away from the floor. 2. 1 more. And return. You can just relax your feet for a minute, take a little pressure off your wrists for a moment. We're coming right back where we were. Band is now underneath the right hand, but instead of pushing down into it, I'll change the way I'm facing so you can see. I'm going to grab it with my fist, the right hand, okay? This may be a small range of motion if your band is a little heavier. Keeping the knees down, reach the right arm forward, and then come back in. Forward or slightly out to the side, you can decide. Again, if you have a light band, maybe you're reaching all the way forward. Maybe it's really sort of easy and nice to do that. If your band is heavier, you're leaving the ground, reaching out and returning. We're just doing 2 more. We are prepping to put these 2 things together. Isn't that exciting? Okay, so now come back and return. Take a breath for a moment. Prepare to extend the left leg and the right arm at the same time. Take your breath to prepare and reach, return, reach, return. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, last one. Reach and come in. Okay, that was exciting. So now we have to go through those awkward moments while we switch to the other foot. Side 2. Okay, I'm slipping it on my right foot, and just in case it wasn't clear on the other side, the knot is up on the top of the foot. It doesn't matter that much. I think it just makes it a little bit easier, all right? And then when you come to your hands and knees, the band comes in between your knees a bit, and then you're able to push down with your left hand. Your left hand. It's on the right foot and your left hand. And we're lifting away from the ground, belly button is in. And see how it goes on the side. Extend your right leg out. Lift your chest away from the floor. I kind of like reaching the heel back. Let's do 5 more here. 5. And 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Come back in. Take the pressure off the wrist for a moment. Maybe do a little jazz hands or wrist circles. And take a breath. And then come on back. So now we are changing and letting the left arm extend. I'll do a little slight shift of my position. So lift the chest, reach and return. Please be careful about your shoulders here. If your band is heavy, try not to have like awkward and yucky feelings in your shoulder. Scoop your belly, please. 3 more here. And 2. And 1. Ooh, it's a lot harder with my left arm, I'll tell you that right now. Okay, so of course, here we are. Big show, putting the two together. Take a nice deep breath. And return. And return. And return. Last 3. And last one here. Yowza, that was a lot more challenging. Okay, come for me. Come onto your tush. Let's slip the band off. Slip the band off. So you can leave this here if you want, or you can attempt at this moment to untie it. I'm going to use the band in a different way. We're going to be making a loop. If you already have a band that has a loop in it, grab it. You can use it if you'd like. I'm just going to use this one. I like the resistance of this one. This is the only one that I have that's really like this. So I am getting it done. Okay, so what we'll do is you're sitting on your tush and you're taking your band and you're bringing your legs close or together. It doesn't have to be perfect again. Why don't you come underneath the legs and then you'll tie yourself up like the gift you are. That's a joke I reuse. Again, don't make your knot too tight, because it is difficult to get out. And then once you have it there, you can leave it there. We're coming onto our backs and we're lying down. I'm just checking to make sure none of the workers are peeping in, because that would be awkward. Okay, so nice and flat on your back. Now that you're on your back, your legs don't have to be together, but they're still probably pretty close, and that's fine. Adjust them as you need to. I'm going to start with my feet about hip bone distant, about as wide as my pelvis, and relatively close to my tush. And I'm just going to start with a few deep breaths here. Hands to the waist. I'm bringing the palms of my hands to the sides, and my fingertips are kind of just comfortably reaching in towards my belly button. As I inhale into my waist, my whole center expands and my hands come apart from one another. Try that. And then the opposite happens as you exhale fully. 2 more. 1 more. Good. I would love for you to keep breathing like that without your hands there, but feel free to keep them there if you need to. Arms are going to come by my sides. Feet are still relatively close. And as you lift your hips and find that deep exhale, you just gently press out into the band. It's not a huge movement. You're just waking up the muscles in the outer hips a little bit more, and lower back down. Inhale, down, exhale, up. Four more. Please breathe. Go at your own pace. Center yourself with your body. Just notice how your body feels. Try not to think judgmental things about your body. If something feels off or it doesn't feel like you'd like it to feel, well, here you are. Try to send it a little bit of love. Try to just breathe a little bit more deeply. It takes time. And we'll do 2 more here. And 1 more time. And lower all the way down, okay? So now I'm gonna walk my feet a little bit wider, which is gonna increase the resistance in the band. You will continue to adjust as you need to. I'm gonna aim my toes and my knees slightly wide, not too wide though. Arms are still by my sides. As I lift my hips, I'm aiming to keep my knees as wide as my ankles. And then lower the hips. As the hips come down, the knees can come in towards one another. As you lift your hips, knees as wide as your ankles. And we're doing 6 more. 5 more. and 4. 3. Last 2. And 1 more. And lower all the way down. Just relax into your pelvis for a moment, all right? We're gonna do one more set, hip lifting set here. This one's different. Walk your feet back in so they're quite close. Knees and feet are pretty close. And your feet, if they've moved, scooch them back in so they're not far from your tush. Arms right by your sides. Let's actually change how the arms are. Let's bend the elbows, and you can kind of push the elbows down and let your palms face one another. Take a nice deep breath here. Exhale, hips up halfway, not a full lift here. Okay, so hold here for a minute. Before we move, find a belly breath like we did when we were down with our hands on our waist. Just inhale into your waist and exhale it all out. Keep the breath moving. Transfer your weight into your right foot and just lift the left leg and bring it right back down. Same left leg. Lift and down. 4 more. Lift and down. 3 more. Lift and down. 2 more. 1 more. Lower your left foot, lower your hips, take a breath. Exhale. Lift your hips halfway. Before you move, give me that deep belly breath. Neck is long. And now we try lifting the right. Up and down. Up and down. 4 more. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Lower the foot. Lower the hips. Stay here. Bring your arms a little bit wider than your hips. Walk your feet out so they're just about as wide as your hips. Bring your knees right and left. And right. It's always challenging to strengthen the hips, I think, because a lot of people have very tight hips. So it's nice to figure out new ways. That's why we're using the bands today, to try and make maybe different muscles fire. You can always make changes based on what your body is telling you. Let's do 1 more each way. And then we come back to the center, okay? I'm gonna come over onto my right side. We're gonna continue to do a little bit more hip and pelvis and core strengthening stuff. When you're on your right side, I'm just gonna rest my head on my arm. If this is weird for your shoulder or something, you can put a pillow or a yoga block or anything else underneath your head and just bring your bottom arm forward. So your head is almost in line with your spine rather than being down like this. It's just awkward, okay? Or you can do this too. Okay, so top hand I'm gonna bring right in front of my ribs. Take a quick check-in moment for your spine. It should almost feel like your back is against a wall. Head back, ribs back, tushy back, as in a straight-ish line. Right here in front of the chest, you can push down through your palm, and then you can lift your top leg up and lower down, and your top leg up, okay? So depending on the resistance you have with your band, maybe it feels nice to come up further. I'm coming as high as I am because of the resistance that I currently have. We're gonna do 5 more here, and 4, and 3, and 2. Now lift and hold, come up into the resistance and just pause. Can you keep your knee where it is? Lower and lift the bottom half of the leg. 2. This is for mobility of the leg in the hip. It's for strength of the hip. This is a really sneaky, awesome little exercise here that's challenging to do. We're doing 4 more. 4. And 3. Notice that my top knee is really trying to stay in place. 2. And 1. And just for fun, we're holding right here. Little pulse up with the knee. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Thank you. Take a nice deep breath. Inhale, exhale. All right, that was exciting. I think what I want to do with this next bit, let's see how this feels. Move your band down towards your ankles. I don't know. I'm not gonna like this. I think I just decided. Nope. Let's come over and do the other side. Move it back. Move it back here. Let's do the other side and then we'll do some stretches. We'll do something else for the inner thighs. That one wasn't gonna work. They don't always work. Okay, when you come onto your side, like you're up against a wall, tush back, shoulders back, head back, hand right in front of your ribs or somewhere around there. Make sure you can breathe. And then we start moving that top leg and down. So there's been lots of work today for strength in and around the pelvis, which is great for your balance. We're going to do 4 more here, just lifting. Press your bottom leg down a little bit. 3, 2, and 1. Lower so your knee is in line with your hip. It doesn't go anywhere. Bottom half of the leg moves. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and last one. Woo! And then lower and pause. I'm sorry, just like holding this halfway. We're pulsing. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Oh my gosh, down there. Let's take a quick stretch here. Bring your bottom arm forward. Carefully rest your head down. Open your other arm towards the ceiling and breathe. If you want to increase the stretch you feel in your hip, you can bring your left hand to your right knee and pull it down a little bit towards the floor. Relax your forehead and your jaw for 2 more exhales. And then, of course, we have to roll over and do the other side. So shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. Good to notice if one side feels drastically different than the other. Give me 3 more exhales. Relax your jaw, your forehead, anything, any other place where you carry tension. Okay. And then we're coming back to the center. All right. Okay, so I'm going to keep my band tied just like this. And I think the next part's gonna work out well. You'll see where we're going. If for some reason it doesn't work, maybe grab a different band and use it if having it tied gets in the way. We're gonna work on the feet just a little bit. I'm gonna take the flat part in the loop of my band, and I'm gonna slip my left foot right in there. And I would love for the toes and the ball of the foot and like part of the arch to be able to push into this band, if you can see this. And then my band is already tied, so this is perfect for me, all right? If you're holding onto a different band, you're just gonna hold onto the 2 sides with 2 hands like this, all right? So I'm able to keep my right knee bent. If you want, you can straighten it out. That's probably going to increase the stretch. Do whatever you want with your right leg. I'm going to point my left foot. When I do, I'm pushing my toes and ball of the foot into the band. And then when I flex, I'm really going to reach the toes back, and I'm also going to pull gently down into the band. When I point my foot, my arms go up. And when I flex, I'm pulling down. Take your time here and really work the toes, the arch. Work your foot here. If your foot starts to cramp, take a break and try it again. Mobility and strength through the toes and the arch and the ankle. We're going to do 4 more here. Breathe. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Now come back central with your foot. I'm going to kind of hold on to the sides with both my hands. Now I'm going to roll in and out, but I'm not only letting the band do it, I'm also using the muscles in my foot to pronate and supinate from the ankle here. It feels like a stretch, it feels like work, like kind of 50-50. Let's do 2 more sets here. And then come back to the center. Now I'm definitely going to extend my right leg. I'm going to hold on with my right arm and bring my left arm down. And I'm going to come over to the right. Oh my gosh. And then I'm going to come through the center, switch my hands, and come over to the left. Through the center, over to the right. My goodness. Through the center, over to the left. 1 more each way. And then back to the center, okay? So that was exciting. We are now going to switch our feet. So all this stuff is great for balance too. Whenever you work on the mobility and the strength of your feet, that is all stuff that helps you move around. So get yourself, again, just to remind you, toes, ball of the foot, arch, they're all able to kind of press up into the band. Hopefully your band doesn't roll around too much. And just a quick note about that, for me, the more resistant the band is, the more likely it is to kind of stay put. When the plastic is thinner, it moves around a little bit more. Okay, so let's do our flex point. Good to notice if one foot feels different from the other. This foot definitely does for me. I had surgery on this foot a million years ago. And this leg, this foot's always been a little weird. Try to continue to exhale, release tension in the neck, the forehead, the jaw. Really get dynamic with the movement of your feet here. Really flex, pull those toes back, really point. Let's do 3 more sets. 3 and 2 and 1. And then come back to the center, side to side. Interesting. I don't think I've ever really noticed this. My left ankle is so much more mobile than my right one. Let's do 3 more sets here. And 2 and 1. And then we're coming back to the center. Now I'm going to extend this left leg, hold on with the left arm, cross the body, come through the center, over to the right. Take your time here, go back and forth as your body tells you to. Don't rush, breathe. And then when you're done, come back to the center and we can finally slip this band off the feet. Okay. I'm going to put the band to the side. We're going to take a quick break. Roll onto your belly here. Okay, roll yourself over. When you get there, arms to the sides, forehead down. Just let yourself feel heavy into the floor and give me 3 deep breaths into your waist with everything feeling relaxed. Okay, so I'm going to keep this arm position that I'm in. I call it cactus or goalpost. My elbows and my wrists, my forearms, they're kind of pressing down into the floor a little. I'm going to lift my head and my chest away from the mat and look straight ahead and then lower back down. And lift and lower. And lift and lower. Okay, so we do a ton of rounding forward in our current lives. Most of us do. This is the opposite. This is the opposite shape. You can even start to look forward and then up. 3 more. And 2. 1 more. And then come back. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. And let's sit back on our heels. We're going to be using that band a little for the next bit. Give yourself a quick little child's posy type stretch here before we move forward. Heavy head. One more. And then come all the way up. Okay, so we're going to be doing a little bit of modified or regular plank work here. I'm going to take my band and put it back around my ankles one more time. This is our last little bit of work here. So slip it right on the ankles and then come onto your hands and knees one more time. Okay? The band is just going to be here to add a little bit of, I guess, like feedback to let us know what our legs are doing when we try to do a plank. And maybe if you're doing a modified plank and you're going to keep your knees down, maybe you'll move your band up around your knees again. I don't know, you can play around with that, but I'm going to keep my feet a little bit wider or as wide as my hips. That's as wide as my band is. And I'm going to start by lifting the abdominals to prepare for the plank, spreading the fingers open. My hands are directly underneath my shoulders. And then I'm going to lift up into a plank. When I lift up into the plank, I'm going to feel like my legs are just gently pressing out into the band. I'm not adding much of that. I'm just gently pressing out. Reach your heels towards the walls behind you. 2 more breaths here. Keep your abdominals in. Bring your knees down. And sit back towards your heels. Take just 1 breath. And then come forward into a modified plank position with the knees down. Bringing yourself forward with your hips a little bit. We're going to do a set of push-ups with the knees down. You can do your push-ups however you want. Just 6. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on back for a minute. Take a breath. We're gonna do it again. Okay, so another plank, another set of push-ups. Let's do this. Make any changes you need to make. You know best. Take a breath, get ready. I have my pelvis gently tucked under with my abdominals pulled in. I have energy through my feet, pushing the ground away. My legs are just wide enough, so I'm using the resistance of the band a teeny bit. One more deep breath here. And then soften the knees, bring them down. Quick sit back to take a breath. And this is our last set of push-ups here. Okay, so I'm going to do that modified position again. Hips forward, energy through the abdominals. 6 more. 5, 3, 2, last one. Woo! Okay, that was enough of those. Yep. There's the work guy. Okay, I'm gonna come up to stand through a down dog. You can join me if you would like. Heavy head. Last one here. And then I'm gonna walk my hands and my feet in towards one another and let my upper body be super heavy with relaxed arms. Heavy, heavy head. Knees maybe a little bit soft. Good to keep your eyes open here. And then push down with your feet and slowly come up. Slowly come up. All the way up to stand. When you come up there, pause. Bring your arms up, hook your thumbs so your fingertips reach all the way up and side to side. And breathe. One more each way. And then come back to the center. As your arms come down, stand tall. We did it, you guys. I'm gonna pause this. I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna pause